Hello there. I discovered something new very recently. I was reading a magazine and they were giving recipes for starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, etc. And one of the recipes was sweet potato pancakes. And I remember when I was growing up, my dad would make mashed potato pancakes like the next day after we had mashed potatoes. But I usually don't eat potatoes because they are not low energy dense. But butternut squash is. So I had this idea that I would try the recipe basically and use butternut squash instead. And I cooked it last week and it was so good that now I'm going to try it again for you guys. But things are going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to use a griddle. I used a frying pan last time and I think that my butternut squash was too wet and it burned a little bit. But gosh, it really did taste good. So I'm just going to tell you the deal here. So I've got probably 2 cups of butternut squash here, and I can see it was frozen, and so there's water. I don't need the water. So you have butternut squash that you've cooked. Get a butternut squash, rinse it off, cut it in half, scrape out the seeds, bake it at about 400 until it's soft and the flesh will come away from the skin. Could be 40 minutes to an hour for that to happen. So this was prepared on another day. So it's butternut squash, and then I'm adding a 1/4 cup of fat-free shredded cheddar cheese, and I am adding, about a 1/2 of a diced green pepper. And when I made it last time, I used scallions or green onions. So I don't have any now. That's why I'm using green pepper. And I don't remember what spice I used last time either, but I'm using Mrs. Dash Table Blend, the one with the green top, today. And I'm gonna use a few shakes. Okay. And I think that the magic ingredient last time was this almond milk. And I know that I shouldn't add it because it's gonna make it wet again, but I'm using less this time. So this is a 1/4 cup. Alright, I'm only gonna use an 1/8 because it's too much. Anyway, so this is your batter, your pancake batter, except it's butternut squash, not pancakes. And mix it up really good, and then you're gonna just, you can scoop it out, use a spoon, use your hand, whatever, and try to have similar sized pancakes if you can. And I'm going to spray my grill, and I'm just going to let them grill a couple minutes on each side. But again, they're yummy. Oh, and another thing, you might want to use Parmesan cheese instead of the shredded cheddar. I might try that next time. But I didn't want to change it up too much because I'm actually going to have a couple of these for supper tonight. It's really cool. I'm all excited. It doesn't taste good this time. That would stink. Okay, so I suppose I should leave the camera on while I do this, even though I'm thinking it's going to be messy. I don't know. You could use the spoon, I suppose. We'll try that. Like I'm going to take a heaping spoonful and then mash it down with a bit. Sure. 2, 3. Last time I just used my hands, and then I kind of made it into like a patty first. I like that way better. Oh, it's too wet. And this way too, I can see if they're not exactly the same size. I can just go ahead and add some. So now it looks like I have 6, no, 5 similarly sized pancakes, and in a couple minutes I will flip them over, and then when they're done I will show you the finished product. Butternut squash pancakes. How cool is that? Hi, I just flipped them over after a few minutes. So I'm going to just go ahead and bring the camera over here and let you see them on the grill, and that'll be the end of that. They're going to have probably, I don't know, 40 calories a piece. Nothing, we'd have that much potato, I'm just saying. So butternut squash is awesome. It's nutrient dense, not calorie dense. A great way to fill your plate, and not only is it volumetrics, but it's like the Mediterranean diet as well, which is still considered the best as far as preventing chronic disease. And there you have it. Butternut squash pancakes.